vanishing folklore and belief.
Ancient Legends of Cattle from Ancient Legends of Ireland, public domain reading. Concerning cows. The most singular legends of Ireland relate to bulls and cows, and there are hundreds of places all commencing with the word bow, one of the most ancient words in the Irish language, which recalls some mystic or mythical story of a cow, especially of a white heifer, which animal seems to have been an object of the greatest veneration from all antiquity. In old times there arose one day a maiden from the sea, a beautiful béaloidis, or mermaid, and all the people of the western coast of FEARANN gathered around her and wondered at her beauty. And the great chief of the land carried her home to his house, where she was treated like a queen. And she was very gentle and wise, and after some time she acquired the language, and could talk to the people quite well in their own Irish tongue, to their great delight and wonder. Then she informed them that she had been sent to their country by a great spirit to announce the arrival in Ireland of the three sacred cows, Beau Fin, Beau Ruad, and Beau Du, the white cow, the red cow, and the black cows. They were destined to fill the land with the most splendid cattle, so that the people should never know want while the world lasted. This was good news that the people in their delight carried the sea maiden from house to house in procession, in order that she might tell it herself to every one, and they crowned her with flowers while the musicians went before her, singing to their harps. After dwelling with them a little longer, she asked to be taken back to the sea, for she had grown sad at being away for so long from her own kindred. So on May Eve a great crowd accompanied her down to the strand, where she took leave of them, telling them that on that day year they should all assemble at the same place to wait the arrival of the three cows. Then she plunged into the sea and was seen no more. However, on that day year all the people of Ireland assembled on the shore to watch, as they had been directed by the beautiful sea maiden, and all the high cliffs and all the rocks were covered with anxious spectators from the early dawn. Nor did they wait in vain. Exactly at noon the waves were stirred with a mighty commotion, and three cows rose from the sea, a white, a red, and a black cow, all beautiful to behold, with sleek skins, large soft eyes, and curved horns, white as ivory. They stood upon the shore for a while, looking around them. Then each one went in a different direction by three different roads. The black cow went south, the red cow went north, and the milk-white heifer, the Beau Fin, crossed the plain of Ireland to the very centre where stood the king's palace, and every place she passed was named after her, and every well she drank at was called the Léamh na Beau, or Tober Beau Fin, the well of the white cow. So her memory remains to this day. In process of time, the white heifer gave birth to twins, a male and female calf, and from them descended a great race of cattle, still existing in Ireland, after which the white cow disappeared into a great cave by the sea, the entrance to which no man knows. And there she remains and will remain in an enchanted sleep, until the true king of Eire, the Lord of Ireland, shall come to waken her. But the land near the cave is still known as Léamh na Bana, the lake of the snow-white cow. Yet some say that it was the king's daughter was carried off by an enchantment to the cave in the form of a cow, and she will never regain her form until she sleeps on the summit of each of the three highest mountains in Ireland. But only the true king of Eire can wake her from her sleep and bring her to the rock of the high place. where she will be restored at last to her own beautiful form. Another legend says that a red-haired woman struck the beautiful bowfin with her staff and smote her to death, and the roar with which the white cow gave in dying was heard throughout the whole of Ireland, and all the people trembled. This is evidently an allegory. The beautiful bowfin, the white cow, is Ireland herself, and the red-haired woman who smote her to death was Queen Elizabeth, in whose time, after her cruel wars, the cry of the slaughtered people was heard all over the land, and went up to heaven for vengeance against the enemies of Ireland. And the kingdom was shaken as by an earthquake, by the roar of the oppressed against the tyrant. The path of the white cow across Ireland is marked by a small, rude stone monument, still existing. They show the exact spot where she rested each night and had her bed, and the adjoining lands have names connected with the tradition, as the Plain of the Fenian Cows, the Hill of Worship, the Pool of the Spotted Ox, called after him because he always waited to drink till the white cow came, for they were much attached to each other. There are also druid stones at one resting place, with ogham marks on them. Some time ago an endeavor was made to remove and carry off the stones of one of these monuments, but the man who first put a spade in the ground was struck and remained bedridden for 7 years. The plain of the death of the Beau Bana, the white cow, where she gave the roar that shook all of Ireland, is called the Plain of Lamentation. It never was tilled, and never will be tilled. The people hold it as a sacred spot, and until recently it was the custom to have dances there every Sunday. But these old usages are rapidly dying off, for though meant originally as mystic ceremonies, yet by degrees they degenerated to such licentious revelry that the wrath of the priesthood fell on them, and they were discontinued. There is a holy well near the Plain of Lamentation called Tobar na Bo, the Well of the White Cow, and these ancient names, coming down the stream of time from the far-off pagan era, attest the great antiquity of the legend of the coming to Ireland of the mystic and beautiful bowfin. There is another legend concerning the arrival of the 3 cows, the white, the red, and the black, which is said to be taken from the Book of Enoch. 4 cows sprang at once from the earth, 2 white, a red, and a black, and one of the 4 went over to the white cow and taught it a mystery, and it trembled and became a man, and this was the first man that appeared in Erin. And the man fashioned a ship, and dwelt there with the cows, while a deluge covered the earth. And when the water ceased, the red and the black cows went their way, but the white remained. The story is supposed by Bryant to be a literal rendering of some ancient hieroglyph descriptive of the 3 races of the mankind, and of the dispersion of the primal human family. If you enjoyed this reading, take a moment and click the subscribe button and share this video. Thank you very much.
Vanishing folklore and belief.